Sorry. Hi everyone. I'll just quickly sort of take you guys through Framer and like how it kind of looks and feels and how we can edit things easily. And I will also sort of help you guys purchase the plan and all of that. Okay. So to get to your sort of dashboard page where all your projects are displayed, you have to go to framer.com / projects / like instead of just going to framer.com, you have to do that, which opens this page, which was essentially opened here. Here you will see sort of the project. It says free now because we've not purchased the plan for Framer. So you click on this opens up, takes a bit, loads. I might like snip and edit out the loading times and stuff. But yeah, essentially when you come here, it has an interface very similar to Sketch and to Figma and all those other design tools. But because it's based on the web, it's more focused on responsiveness, like how a design renders on different screens. On the left hand side here, we have sort of like a navigation panel. So these are the pages we have, and some pages are within folders and within subfolders. Then we have layers. So layers is like a subsection of that. So this page, the home page, these are the layers of it. And these are the different breakpoints. I'll come to the breakpoints in a bit. And these are assets, which are sort of, while we work, we super organize everything. And even if you come to the layers, everything will be like neatly named and stuff. So that's not going to be a problem for you guys. It's going to be easy to understand. So this is the left-hand side panel. This is the navigation panel. This is the sort of work area. On top here, this bar is like the insert panel where you can insert different things, but like you guys don't usually have to fuck with this. And so I'm clicking on the sort of canvas. The middle section is called the canvas, and I'm holding control or command. I'm on Mac, so I'm holding command and scrolling in and out. So this is sort of your website. When I click on layer, this panel will come into play. For example, I'll click on this headline layer. This panel becomes your sort of properties panel. You can add effects, you can change the color, you can change the text directly from here. Essentially, this becomes that side. I will send another sort of introduction to Framer video, which I think the brand themselves have done, which might be like better than me rambling. But essentially, this is sort of the interface we have to play with. Now you can see there are 3 versions of your website here, and some sort of elements hanging out here. What is this exactly? So while we make your website, we make everything for the primary breakpoint, which is your desktop breakpoint, which is this. This is a secondary breakpoint, which is the tablet breakpoint, which is like when essentially the screen width, I'll just draw like a rectangle and show you. So suppose if like when you resize your window, when it goes smaller, it becomes like a tablet. So things automatically change from like a layout which you've set in the desktop breakpoint to stuff which you've set on the tablet breakpoint. And then finally, we have a mobile breakpoint. When things get like really small, it's basically on screen size. It becomes like this. The reason why it's on screen size and not the device you're using, sorry, let's adjust this a bit. Yeah, the reason why it's on screen size and not the device you're using is because the lines between devices have been kind of blurred. Some people use like a 13-inch MacBook Air and they have 2 windows open. So essentially for them to be displayed a desktop version of the site might not be as good as for them to see a website which is like almost designed for a tablet. Like a quick change I'll show you across is in your desktop, you have the navigation like so, like a proper nav bar. But in mobile and tablet, it becomes like a menu bar where you click on it and then you kind of like there's a full screen navigation, same in the mobile. Again, if you have a tablet, but if you're using one of those iPad Pros 13-inch tablets, you don't need to be limited to just like a smaller mobile friendly version of the website. You can actually explore the website in a desktop friendly way. Again, in desktop, what happens is sometimes you have like 3 windows open. So the website like kind of evolves and adapts to the screen size, and that's what responsive design is. So we have designed it across 3 sort of breakpoints. And to preview how any of it looks, you just have to click on this button here, and then it opens like a preview window. You can scroll and whatever, and you can resize it. Suppose my screen was bigger or smaller. Over here, you can see it goes from phone to tablet to desktop. Okay, right now I am on a full HD desktop panel, but at like I also have a 4K display panel, and I have worked on like a 5K Apple Studio display, which is like very high resolution. What happens in those cases is there should ideally be like a basically like another sort of thing, right? Which is bigger than like your base desktop to like a bigger desktop where it takes up more space. The reason why we don't work with that and in like sort of that way is because like the more real estate you have, like suppose this is the sort of zone we have, your eyes kind of just stay in this bit of it. You don't like to move your head around a lot. So what we do is, while the website will keep expanding to sort of accommodate an even bigger space, we have set extreme margins to the side. For example, here. So even if you have, see, it's getting chopped off like here. So what we have done is we have, I'll just quickly show you on a wrapper. We have set a max width of 1288 pixels in width. So no matter where you see it, not all elements will expand edge to edge. Your text will be in the middle because, okay, so for example, if in this specific section, I remove the max width. Okay, this is my default desktop. But see, when I keep expanding it, it keeps becoming bigger. And like it's, because this is proportionate to this, it becomes too big. It can't even fit on one screen. That's why we have like a max width. So even though this seems like a small desktop, the background extends all the way to as big a system as you want to see. Even if you watch it on an 8K TV, the background will be full. But there are certain elements which are sort of restricted to the middle of it. This is not the exact middle of it. The exact middle is, I think, 1200 is something like this. So like our website is actually this big. Yeah, that is essentially what it is. This button will become like your favorite button while working on Framer, because each time you make a change, each time you want to do something, you just click here and you click on the publish button and you update. And that's how the website keeps getting updated. And it's almost instant. The second you do that, when you go on the website, it's live. It's taking a bit to load because my net is slow today, but essentially it's live. Also, I think it's the first time loading on the system since I transferred it to you guys on this account. All right. In your version, after you purchase the plan, wait, I'll show you on like a different website. Sorry, I cut the middle out there because I opened like another Framer file and the other client projects were there. So that's what happened. But yeah, once you purchase the plan, what I'll set up for you guys is a thing called staging, which means so this is your version, which is like the free version. So the option is not there. But when I hit update, it just directly sort of publishes whatever changes I've made to the canvas directly to the live website. That's not a very good way of working. Because what happens is, suppose like you make a change, but you mess up. So there's no version control. But with staging, what happens is if I make a change here, for example, and I hit publish, I hit update, it updates this change. Okay, it's going to take a bit. And then right after that, you have to come to production and you have to deploy your latest update for it to be live. So you can make changes, you can keep saving, but it becomes like a two-step process from the staging stage to the production stage. So only once you deploy your latest sort of production website, that's when it goes live. So this is what you guys are going to have to do as well. But in this tutorial, because like we are still working on the free sort of plan, it's just going to be direct publish and update. Just taking you guys through it once again, because you might make changes and not see them get reflected on the live website. Once you hit update, this is going to have a separate. So this one is going to become like a staging unit, and on the right here there'll be a thing called production. You have to click on production and deploy latest. So that is sort of the basic interface of Framer. You can hold your middle mouse button to sort of scroll around. These are the sort of breakpoints. Okay, this is the desktop breakpoint, tablet breakpoint, phone breakpoint. Why are there things here? So, okay, so these are all the sort of posters I think we have, the vertical posters, and this here is a ticker component. Okay, so this ticker component, to connect to posters, you have to have the posters on the canvas but not on the website. Again, this is technical and more advanced, but I'm just quickly, like, because you're going to come here and you're going to be like, hey, why are the things hanging out here? So a ticker component basically takes like this, and then you can just link it to different sort of frames you have outside. So that's what it was. Okay, I'll just undo that. Same with this. This is like a slideshow component. I'll quickly. So it's linked to, I think you can see those spider webs. It's linked to all those sort of files. Oh yeah, sorry. One more thing before I forget and move on. Your breakpoints are set in a way where the secondary breakpoints, the desktop is the primary one. It says here, see, primary breakpoint. The secondary breakpoints inherit the properties of the primary one. So suppose if I type shit here, it changes across the breakpoints. Okay. Same with like the color. If I add like a fill to this, if I make it white, it changes. But I can override the change I just made. So for example, if I come here, in the desktop, I want it to be white, but in the tablet, for whatever reason, I want it to be red. So it overrode that change. I'll just undo both of those horrific changes. But essentially, that is sort of your main canvas to play with. Coming here, we have all the pages here. We have home, about, projects. So the projects page is not a page, it's a folder, but inside it, there are different projects. I think this page has been taken out, so you can't really come here. Yeah, this page has been taken out. This is the main projects page. I think this is also not featured anywhere, if I'm not wrong, because I think we directly have cinema, documentaries, and branded. Okay, yeah. Now, just one quick sort of deviation before we get back to sort of the changes and other stuff. CMS is a thing called content management service. You'll see it here. All right. In a website, when you have things which are repeating, for example, you have these posters repeating, you have their titles here. You don't want to create that multiple times. You don't want to have like 10 different posters, and then suppose you want to, one day you decide, okay, you want the color of this instead of the color being purple 11, you want the color to be purple 12. You don't want to manually go in and change everyone, right? It's something which you want to be like consistent across things. So in that case, a content management system comes into place where all of these are sort of dynamically generated, form like an Excel sheet database kind of backend. I'll just quickly show you that backend, and when we come to changes for that, I will go there and show those changes. But for now, let's just do like a quick hi, hello there. So this is your CMS. It looks intimidating. Don't worry, it's not. It's essentially like a fancy Excel sheet. All your projects. So there are multiple collections we have. One for projects, one for categories. This one is like don't fuck with this one. It's just like a backend one. These are the awards you guys have won. This is the team member backend, and this is the sort of press article backend, right? Now when we come on the projects one, which reflects here, we come on the project one, and these are the project titles. You can add a new item. If you click here, you can add like a new project, blah, blah, blah. You can choose between like what kind of project it is. Is it in development? Like a short description for SEO. It's not important. You can leave it. Select the category. Priority. I'll come to this later. You can click here and choose a photo and update the photo, blah, blah, blah. Right? So this is how you add new items. I will delete this item. I will not add it right now. It's essentially like a fancy Excel sheet, and everything we do here is like kind of in these rows and columns here. So these rows are like one individual item. And let me just, yeah. So they have the poster. Do you want to, which one is this? Let's see this field. display awards. Do you want to display the awards or no? Yes, no. And while we were making these sort of sheets, we made it like really, really detailed. So for example, the awards one, I'll just come down to it very quickly. Or yeah, when you have a YouTube trailer, like it says here, just put the link of the YouTube trailer here. If you don't have a YouTube trailer, only then just like sort of upload like a MP4 version of it here, right? So it's very like self-descriptive. It's very easy to sort of get a hang of, and most likely you guys will have to just make basic changes. So it's not going to be intimidating at all. And sort of O believers, let's just call it O believer. The second you do this, you have to just click away and publish, update, and that's going to like sort of reflect that change. Obviously, in your version is going to be update and then go on staging and on production and deploy latest. But for now, so believers, and yeah. Okay, so that is like a small introduction to the CMS. It gets like really complicated because there's like a lot of logic going on. Like I'll quickly show you how sort of detailed it gets. Where have we done that? I think in the cinema page, right? Like this sort of filtering is based on does this film have like a title set which calls it a feature film? Is it also in development? If it's in development, do I also display that it's a feature film or what the subcategory is? And then how do you want to sort of navigate between this? So it gets like really, really complicated. But I don't think so you guys will have to sort of mess with that. Okay, coming back to the home page, two things which are more sort of relevant to our case at hand. Let's go here. Okay, so this is an about page change. We have to add a comma. Okay. So suppose this was a change which you guys had to make. You would come, let's just do it from the start. Okay, you would go to framer.projects. You would click on this, which would take you to the home page here, right? Once you're here, you would go to about. You would zoom out to make sure that you're working on the desktop breakpoint and not one of these, because you want to make all the changes to your primary breakpoint. For example, suppose you don't realize you're making the change and you make the change here, it's not going to reflect on the desktop breakpoint or the mobile breakpoint. So you want to make all your changes in your desktop breakpoint. So just zoom out, see which one you're at, and then zoom back in. I think the change is here at Anahat. Now when I'm hovering over the text, see it's getting this sort of selection box, I guess. You just double tap into it. You come to at Anahat, you add a question mark, and sorry, my mouse scrolled there. You add a question mark and you click away. Just click on the canvas somewhere. Also, sorry, I'm editing in dark mode. I have like light sensitivity issues. If you want, this button here will change the website in light mode and dark mode. That's it. Okay, so I hate light mode. Okay, dark mode. You added the comma. You come here. You hit preview. Blah blah blah. Scroll down. Where so see the comma is here. You test. You can even do it this way. Tablet, desktop, big desktop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is already done. This comma has been added. You hit update. You save it. In your version, there'll be a version called production. You go on production and you hit deploy latest. So you first save it in staging and then you hit deploy latest. Another way to preview instead of clicking on this sort of awkward play button here is this button here. Okay, this takes you to like a display. And if you want to go full screen, you can go full screen here. So this is how it will look on your browser. You can also use the Framer app, but I don't think so there's any point to it because the desktop version is quite the browser based version. Okay, so this was done. This is a backup version, so I'll just delete stuff. That's how I like doing it. Actually, fuck it. Ugly color. First returning Chord. Okay. Chord. Where is this? Forest returning. Okay, here it is. Right? We come here. Wait, let me just see this again. Yeah, all these changes are like basic text changes within like the canvas text area. This is not like related to a CMS, it's directly on the canvas. So these are like really easy to make. After I make these text changes, I will quickly change one image and show you how that works. I don't think so there are any image changes in this one, but I will quickly show you how to do that as well. Okay, Chord. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. So I have to show you something here. When you click on this, okay, this is displayed like this, but when you double click on it, it jumps around. The reason it does that, because if you come here, it says text balance is on. What text balance does is a CSS property, which is like an HTML thing on which the entire web is based. It tries to make your text feel balanced. So it doesn't try to have like widow words, like it won't have like a word which is just like one word down here. It doesn't have too many words in one line, so it becomes harder to read. It's like a CSS standard, great for accessibility. It's used all across the web to make websites read better, especially for people with sort of learning disabilities, or in general also. It's aesthetically quite nice. Sometimes you don't want to do that because like you want the text to be a certain width, a certain way, you want certain words to follow new lines, but usually this text balance is what's good. So yeah, right now when it's previewing it on the canvas, it's showing it to you with balance on, but when you click on it, it jumps around because at this moment when you're sort of editing the text, it's to a base text value. It doesn't have the CSS property of balance text on it. Yeah, CHORD, obviously. Yeah, that's done. Publish, update. Green color to you too. Person chooses has been repeated 10, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this one, because you guys have not mentioned what is the sort of actionable thing you want me to do here. Instead of that, what I will do is I will let you guys sort of do this one on your own. If you guys can't do it, just call me. I'll like do it in a jiffy. It takes like, you saw how long it takes to change the text. It takes 2 seconds. But if you guys want, you can use this as like a practice sort of feedback, and we'll make it a different color. Make it blue. Okay, so this one, blue is the one you guys have to do. Okay, co-values. Co-values is, yeah, that here is where co-values are. I think this will be another lesson altogether. Yes, this will be. Okay. The changes, trust the process, and the impact of this is the change we want to make. I'll quickly see if we are using full stops. Here we are. So I'll just copy paste this corrected text, and we are here on the trust one. Now, if you see this, you can't directly tap. Sorry, I'll also have to take you guys through that. When you sometimes click on certain parts of text and when you wait, I'll say that again. Yeah, if you see this area, there will be some areas of text like this where you won't directly be able to click and edit the text from the canvas like how we did here. See, this one is like a different one. It's highlighted in blue and it's different, right? This one is different, it's blue. For whatever reason, see, the text is not getting highlighted here. And if you see the properties panel, right? Okay, I'll show you the properties panel here. The properties panel here has text style, content, color, alignment, balance. But when I'm coming to the properties panel here, it has like different shit written here, right? Okay, this is because all of these are components. Quick sort of lesson to a component. Okay, so here is like a frame. Frame is like a layer on which you can build other things, like how in Photoshop and in After Effects and in Premiere and whatever, right? This is a frame. You can change the color. You can take the text tool, add text, blah, 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 right? And when you hover over the text, it has that box here, like the one you saw here. And then you double click and you can change the text. The website crashed. It happens. That's why we keep obsessively saving. Where were we? We were in the about section and we were, yeah. Okay, this is a frame. I change the color. It's like a layer. This is the text. When I highlight it, when I like hover over it, it has this blue box, and then like it has these details here. I can just click on it and I can like write whatever the fuck I want here, right? Essentially, this was that. But suppose I wanted to create like 10 of these, and I created these 10, and the original color we decided was this maroon color, but then we decided, you know what, blue might look better. Okay, I've already created these 10. I've put 10 different sort of text on them, like how cards are. Like I've put like a body copy and a headline and whatever, an illustration. And now I want to sort of change the background color. If I didn't make components, I would have to do this manually. I would have to do like whatever, blue here, and copy paste this blue and change all of them manually, which is like a very stupid, silly way to work. So what I do instead is I create a component. I create one perfect card, and then I right click. You guys don't have to do this. I'm just taking you through the back end. You guys can kind of skip this part. Right click. Well, okay, create component. When I create the component, I'll actually show you the component which I've created for this one. But when I create a component, it becomes like this. Okay, so this is the component I've created. And then I can make variables. This is how sort of app making also works, where like you don't repeat things. What you do is you make a base version and then you make variables upon it. So for example, this body copy has become a variable. This headline has become a variable, and this icon has become a variable. So I'll come back here. Suppose when you wanted to change this and you double clicked here, you go into the component view. You just have to click on this here, like this crumb. I think it's called a navigation crumb. So you have to go back to the about page and it takes you back here. So don't worry if you ever get lost like that. You just can do this, or you can just sort of go here and go page, and it kind of takes you away. Okay. So I have created all these cards as in like as a duplicate of one component. Okay. And these properties, the headline and the body copy, have become things which you can edit here. I have put the edit of it here. So when I'm here, I can like this body copy, I've said make this a variable, which is a variable here, and this is the text, and there's some default text. So each time you duplicate this card is going to show like a default text, and then you can just sort of change it here within the canvas. So for the trust one, this is the text which I've put. It's kind of going to be hard to see. I'm going to try to navigate. Yeah. So what you do is usually you just come to your thing, you copy this text, come here and you paste it. And that's how we kind of fix components. This was one type of text. So you saw like base text on the canvas. You saw base text within a component, right? There's also text. I will come quickly. This is the one which is going to be annoying for people who are sort of new to Framer and stuff. It's text here. We go on the projects, or let's go on the cinema page, right? This text. Suppose I want to change the title for Danny Goes On. We decide to spell it OM right now, right? It's going to be like, I can't even click on this. Can you see? I can't even like edit this text, and there is no edit properties here. That's because I'll show you another one. Let's go on Documentaries. See, I can't click on neither a girl nor a woman. I just can't access it, and there is no properties here which is letting me access the text. That is because this is a CMS item. This is not like for Framer. This actually doesn't exist here. This exists within this database. So for example, if I wanted to change neither a girl nor a woman, and I wanted to make neither a woman nor a girl, I won't be able to edit this text here because this is a CMS item. I will have to come here to the CMS, click on that entry, which is like an Excel sheet. It opens up in this form, and then change it here. All right. So those are the kind of three ways text editing kind of works. As I move forward, you guys will see all three of them in action. So we already saw this one, and we saw this. These two were similar. This one you guys will fix on your own, and if you guys need help, just let me know. I'll help with this. Okay. So we've done this. Green color. Okay. Okay. We copy this. I think there's a full stop missing here. I'll add the sort of, because I'm copy pasting the text, I don't want to add it in that small part. I come back here, and where's collaborate? Here it is, and I change. See, this is the title, and this is the text. And see, it adjusted it on its own, and it changes across sort of breakpoints, of course. So blah blah blah. It's changed all three. Okay. This one is done. If you want, I can undo this one and like let you guys do it, or like I mean, I think it's okay. I think you guys will figure this one out. I think the sequence should be ethics in place of inclusivity and vice versa. So ethics, they want to swap these two. Okay, let's come to the layer panel. We were just sort of clicking directly and going to the layer panel. Now let's actually come to the layer panel. Everything we do is sort of layered in and named and numbered accordingly. So this is your desktop. We'll just focus on the desktop. I will not focus on the tablet, which is this one, or the phone breakpoint. Let's just focus on the desktop breakpoint. This is the desktop breakpoint. This is a custom scroll bar. You guys don't have to worry about it. It's essentially when you scroll, the scroll bar color is your brand's color. It looks nice. It looks fancy. That's why we've done it. Linus is, again, you don't have to fuck with it. It's like a smoother scrolling version. We've reduced the time it takes to scroll, and it feels smoother. You will feel this more on Windows systems and Windows laptops rather than Macs, because Macs have smooth scrolling, but that's that. Green is like film green, which we've added on the website. So these three just skip. This is where your website actually starts. Your website, this is the main layer, and everything is just like boxes within boxes within boxes within boxes, right? So this is your main container. The width is set to fill. It's set to fill the amount of space it has, and the height is set to fit. Fit basically means whatever components you have inside of you, whatever layers you have inside of you, take their height and assume that height to be your height, right? So fill and fit, if you can see here. Width, fill, height, fit. Then we have different sections. This is the hero section. This is the narrative section. This is the, okay, I have not renamed this, but it's the values section, right? So now we have to swap things in the core value section, right? So we come to layers, we come here, we go into the main, we go to the section called values, right? This is this one. The sections are also, they help with accessibility. So they've been given like a section tag, accessibility section tag here. Within that, you have a wrapper. Wrapper is like the holder for the content inside it. Okay, so you have a wrapper. This has a max width of 1000 pixels. 32 is the gap between elements of the thing. So between this and this, there's a gap of 32 pixels. Padding means how much space is left on all four sides, which is 20. You can individually change it to be like top padding this much, right padding T is top, R is right, B is bottom, L is left. But I want a consistent 20 pixel padding all around. See, if I take this up, everything will get squished. Okay, so that is sort of the wrapper inside. Then this is your text layer, and this is your cards. If you go on the cards, you see card stack grid. This is a grid, right? A grid of 3 columns and 2 rows, 3 columns and 2 rows. And this is card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5, card 6. I think I got lazy here. I usually rename the cards also. So I would say 01 trust, 02 collaborate, but whatever. Right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come on this one. So when I click on this one, it's automatically going to highlight it for me in the layers panel. If it doesn't do that, this is just like a side note, can skip. Come here, come to preferences, and auto switch to layers panel, right? Just turn this on. Okay. So we click on this, it highlights this, and we want to send it to the right. Just take 4 and drag it below 5. And that's it. That, suppose you wanted to make this first, inclusivity first, you take inclusivity and go up, and that's how we do it. But right now we wanted to make it after 5, and then because the numbering gets weird, we just renumber the 4th one to be the 5th one, and the 5th one to be the 4th one. Done. I think this was a change, right? Or did I do it the other way? Should be in place of inclusivity. Yeah, that's done. That's how simple it was. And because you've done it here, it changes here as well. Even though this is a two grid, this went from inclusivity here to here, and same with the phone. That's how it did it. So yeah. Yeah, one other thing in the sort of, wait, I'll readjust this. We are on the narrative section, right? This is one entire section. In the narrative section on the desktop, if you see the padding, it has a bigger top padding of 96 and then bottom padding of 96. So 96 on the top, 96 below, and 48, 48 on either side. It's the same thing in the tablet version, has 64 on top and 32 on the side. And on the phone, because you don't want to give that much free state on the phone, you go 48 top and bottom and 24 on the side. These are just like sort of web standards which we follow. Yeah, but that's also how like the different breakpoints kind of adapt the text differently, adapt the contents of the website differently. Okay, so this change is done. This is done. Anjali Patil bio. Okay, so now in Anjali Patil's bio, right? We come here, we go to, it's going to be in the team section, obviously, right? It's not going to be here. So this is the display of the team section. And if you click on this caret here, these are the individual team pages. We're lucky that Anjali Patil is first, so she comes here. If there was on a different sort of page, once you come here, you would have to navigate using the crumbs on top, right? Because this is a CMS page. This is not a general page. This is not a normal page. Imagine if we had to create one individual page for every team member, and then you decide that you don't like the background color, then you would have to go to every single page. And imagine if you have, inshallah, in the future, you will have like 400 employees. So each of them have a page, and you would have to change that 400 times. That's stupid, ridiculous, like a waste of time, redundant. Which is why this is a CMS page. So now on, 1 second, I think I need more water. My is parched. Right. Okay. So now on the, what is the fix? The fix is national film and best. Okay. We copy this. Now I want to make changes here. If I click here, it's selecting it, but see this, because I have told you it's already a CMS thing. When I'm clicking on this, if I try to click on this, it opens the CMS section. It doesn't edit the way the other one did. You see it? It's like a third way of editing text. Okay, so we zoom out, we come here. So I would ideally just edit this directly within the CMS. Where do we want this national award? Okay. I think it's here, right? Intent pasted. I'll just go back there. I copy it. Sometimes the copying is a bit janky. Come here. Okay, it's not pasting. Do I paste it manually? Okay. Sometimes it doesn't paste. That time you have to hit. I don't know what it will be on Windows, but on Mac it's Command Shift V. That is paste as plain text. So that's where it pasted. Prestigious accolades such as the National Film Award and Best Actress Award at the International Film Festival. Okay. See, now I made a change in the CMS. It says save here. I just saved it. I move out. I hit publish. I hit update, and I think it should do it. Now we are in the CMS page. You might get like worried, where's my shit? Just go back here, come here, and if you zoom in, I think it should have done its job. Yeah. So this is done. It updates it, of course, across the medium. And this one is done. Let's change this back to green. What do I have left to show you guys apart from this? Yeah, image changes, but I'll come to that. Why Vinay's nuts? Okay, where is this change? I'm not really sure. Let me go on the CMS. Yes. Projects. I'm not entirely sure where this change is. Let me just try to navigate to the page of the project. So I come to the projects. Because all the projects are listed here, I come to I. Oh, I think Vishal means this. Does he? Or is this still in Anjali's bio? Mm, sorry, you guys have to kind of bear with me navigating around and try to make sense of this. Okay, it's here. Sorry, that was a whole detour. I thought it's specific feedback for the project. It's again in this thing is listed here. I misread that. But good, you guys got to see some navigation. I feel we can skip this one. Because what's going to happen here is winner at Sundance. If we change it to what has the film one, let me just quickly check that. Go to projects, go to guy, it's here. It's an official selection, right? It's not like I don't know. I think it won't sound as grand. So I would say we might be able to skip this feedback, but you guys take that call. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, if you have to make that feedback, I'll just mark this as blue. It's a different look. Whatever. I'll just mark this as blue, something which you guys can do. But anyway, if you have to make that change, you come to, let's start from the start. Okay, this is where you decreate it. When you open this, you come to, this will be shut, this will be shut. You come to team, you come to the team CMS. It says 9 here because there are 9 people in the team. Then you navigate to Anjali because that's where the change needs to be made. You click here, and if you double click this, it's going to open the sort of the CMS backend. That's one way to do it. Otherwise, another easier way to do it would have just been when you're here, you just come to CMS, you come to team, you come to Anjali's thing, and over here you change to of like winner, comma, like official selection, right? That's one way to do it. And then you hit save and you hit publish, update, and then you guys are going to have like the production thing. So you hit on production and deploy latest. And that's how we'll make that change. So in case you guys want to make that change, that's how you make it. Should be as follows. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through this feedback again. Okay, this is actually a good place to sort of show you guys something, right? So he wants to change the, I'll just make this way. He suggested to change the order of the awards and maybe add another one for as the New York Indian Film Festival. Okay, there's never space crunch. We've designed it in such a way that we just go to Vennie. Okay, so we go to all projects, projects, projects. We come to Vennie, which is here. Sometimes it takes a while to like sort of load, so you have to just zoom in, zoom out, and it kind of gets it. we can easily add another one. We can add like 10 more. It won't look bad. The page has lazy loading. Lazy loading basically means as you're scrolling, it'll keep loading in the background. So it's not heavy. So essentially right now you can see all of it. But like these loaded way after, like when we kind of reached here somewhere, right? Now he wants to change the order of this. This is entirely done through the CMS. The way we have listed these awards, just showing you guys the backend, we've added a filter, think projects, and the awards have been listed in order of priority, if I'm not wrong. So when we come on the CMS, we come to the awards. Can you see this priority number here? It says which award is first. So there are two levels of priorities here. One level of priority is, suppose you have to display all the awards won by Anahat, right? You wanted to display all of the awards. So which will include awards for different projects as well. Versus you wanted to display awards won specifically by a project. So when you're on the Vennie page, you wanted to display only awards won by Vennie. Actually, I'll show you where that comes into play. Team Anjali. Yeah, so Anjali doesn't just get awards won by like awards won by like a specific project, right? She gets awards for every project. All the projects she's involved in which an award has been won, it's kind of displayed here, right? And if you see this award, it also displays the name of the project. But when you come on sort of we have Vennie, I'm already on the Vennie page, right? I've already fucking seen the poster. I've seen stuff written about it. The URL will say the film's name. I don't have to repeat that here, right? So this has like a kind of a different, it's kind of the same. It has one of the things hidden. That was the back end of it. So, but I didn't want to create different CMS collections for different projects, right? I don't want one for every project you guys have. That would make managing it like crazy. So all of this is done like super smartly, where it knows what like page you're on. Then it goes to the CMS and it says, okay, the title of the page matches the title of the project. That means I don't have to show the title and I just need to show the awards won by this particular project. So that is how the CMS is being laid out with smart filters. The way the awards are kind of listed is based on the priority. So if you see here, awards, there's a project name, there's a team member involved, which can be multiple choice. You can have Anjali, you can have Sai. So that's multiple, right? And coming back to this, and it also has priority. So there are two levels of priority here. One is the priority the award has in terms of all the other awards. And one is the priority it has within sort of its own film. So Vennie has from 2 to 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 awards Vennie has won. And I think Vishal wants to add another one. So that's 9. So the priority of this is kind of like a sub priority within the system of this. So what I would do is, now if he wants me to change the priority, let's see which one he wants first. He wants shorts first. So shorts can't be first because this project has a higher priority than that. But Vennie's first is number 2. So I would make shorts. I would change the priority to 2. Right? Now there are 2 films with the second priority. So that's why they're clashing like this. We'll come to that later. Just give me 2 seconds. Then this is the one he wants second. This is the one he wants second. So then this would become 3, right? This would become 3. Then we have Dharamshala, which would become 4. Hi. Sorry, there was some misunderstanding. Like I wasn't following the order. But I think this is the order which makes sense. Yeah. So I changed the order from trying to follow this, right? and this is how it looks. Now there are two 10s here. I will mostly make this like a 9.5 because a new 9 is going to come here, which is going to be this one. And I think there's another change. Yeah. So we come here, we come to shorts, and we change it. Yeah, and then we add another one. So to add this one, I would take same one. Wait, save this, come out, publish. Especially if it's the same project, instead of like creating the whole thing again, what I would do is take like maybe this one and duplicate that. So it's Vennie. These are two people involved. This is going to be 9 now priority because we made this 9.5, right? Uh, the festival's name is this. Paste it here. I think it is official selection, but you guys feel free to change it. I'm assuming it's 2024, and just copy paste this here. I just actually picked up the name on this one, and I go save draft, publish, undraft, update, and I think it should be done. So if we come here, this has been changed. The order has been changed to the new order shared, and yeah. Oh, I wrote official selection in the wrong place. I'll just quickly go and change that. We go to awards. Wait, I'll show you that. See, official selection is usually in this form, like here. That means I've written this in the wrong place where special mentions and all are written. So I'll just go CMS, awards, this is the one we made. Copy, paste this. Even though we've done this, I think in the CMS you guys shared, you guys mentioned it here. So this is the sort of new one which you're following. That's okay. I'll quickly change this out. And I think it should look uniform now. Yeah, see, it's the same way. And that's it. That's how we do the rearranging and all the other stuff related to this. So let's mark this as done as well. Publish, update. Let's go to where the next one is. Okay, reviews. So reviews is mostly press. So we go to the press page, all press, right? Here's all the press. And let's see. Okay, so he wants the review to end here. Political commentary. So we go to the press CMS. We come here, press CMS. We navigate down to the review he's talking about. It's the Guardian's review. So the film plus the Guardian. It's here. We come here and we scroll down, and this is the short description. This is irrelevant, so don't worry about this. Here, he wants the review to end here. Remove this. Publish, update. It should be done. I'll just quickly check. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we have to load more. Let's just see it. Where is the Guardian one? This one. Yeah, that it ends here. Show UI, back. Okay, let's do the others. This one is done. Okay, he's given feedback for when like the awards are under his own name, right? So we come here, team, and go Vishal. See, we didn't have to change the order of this because it's already linked to the CMS. When we change the order of that, it changed the order of this on its own. So this is done. This is done. He's saying should be mentioned for, let me just read this again. For this film, the should be mentioned. So we come to projects, we come to the project. It's going to take a while to roll. We're doing a lot of changes, we're doing a lot of stuff. Let me just update this and check my phone. Yeah, okay, it's not loading. See? Okay, it loaded. I was going to say if it doesn't load, you just like kind of refresh the page. It kind of works. It's mentioned here. What is he talking about? Film page. It is here. Is it not? Yeah, it is. I think he's missing it. Okay. I'll just leave this blue so you guys can figure this out. Sorry. This one. Okay. At the end of the log line with Danny, so we go to projects, find Danny, come here. Is this the log line? Yep. This is done. This is done. So this is the new one. I'll quickly. It's always better to fix it on like the text document rather than on Framer. So copy, Selby, that's it. Where is this now? Copy, paste. Saved. It's done. It's done, part of it. This, if you guys can just figure this out, how do you guys want to do this? We've not worked a lot with sort of SWA contracts and stuff in India, but outside, especially with the sort of Writers Guild Association there, and they have very strict rules about ampersands and ands and commas contractually. So when it comes to before after, let's just go there, before after series page. So we come here, projects, before after. Zoom in. Yeah. In the US, they have very strict rules about how they want credits to be written out, especially when there are multiple collaborators, and different kinds of ampersands, different types of commas, and different kinds of ands mean different things, especially when there are rewrites involved and stuff like that. So I would just recommend like you guys talk to, whenever this comes up, talk to like someone who knows this, or if you guys know this, and just tell, and then you guys can just come here, CMS, projects, where is this, before after, and then you can come to creators, and then you can change it yourself. This is going to be very simple for you all. So I'll just mark it blue. Yeah, like just figure it out. I think co-creators get like an ampersand or like an and rather than a comma, because comma between two people and then an and means like these two people work separately and then the third person works. So whatever, like you guys have to figure that out. Penumbra. Let's go to Penumbra. We come CMS, projects, Penumbra. This is where this is. And what's the change here? I was just adding this. Okay, copy paste. Anything else? Hmm. Okay. And directed by. So okay, this is a good time to show you guys this. When you come here, uh, if the writer and director is the same, just paste this here, delete everything else. It's automatically going to go from. Uh, I'll show you guys this. It automatically went from directed by Vishal to written and directed by. That's all you have to do. He's talking about the image being a problem. Um, hmm. I would let you guys take a call. Actually, I would change the image. I would change the image. I'll quickly show you how to change the image. This is a different way to do it. This is not always how you're supposed to do it. But in a CMS, like you have the image ready in the sort of dimensions required, like a horizontal one is horizontal and the vertical one is vertical, and then you change it, like you click here and you click here and choose image and then navigate to where you have saved the image and change the image that way. Um, but right now I want to just change the image to something else. Like I'm coming here, I'm going to one of these free website, like what's it, Pexel, Unsplash. Let's go to Pexel also. Pexel. Mhm. I absolutely misspelled that. I'm just taking something moody and placing it there. You guys, please feel free to sort of do it yourself. Uh, Maybe this. What's written? Okay, maybe this is not the right image for this. I just read it again. Okay. Shadow. Let's see if there's something else which pops up. Yeah, maybe this. We can use this. This is moody enough. All right. So change this image. Change this image too. And if you want to add a focal point, because this is a horizontal one, click here and this might be a good focal point. And in the vertical poster, sorry, click here, this. It's updating. Um, there's something else I want. Oh, all right, yeah, good way here. When I come to the image part, just like a small detour I'm taking right now, add alt text to all the images when you guys can. I'll show you how to reach that. For CMS images, you have to go in the CMS panel, find the image, go to the image, click on the image, and write the alt text. This is a poster for the believers, blah, blah, blah. It helps your site rank higher in Google because Google knows it's a site which respects accessibility, and that makes and that sort of makes it rank higher in SEO, and it's also like a good thing to do for like people who are vision impaired. And yeah, the poster has been changed. This has been changed. I'll let you guys kind of figure this out on your own. Um, like whatever your call is, maybe like a AI based poster or whatever. But yeah, I have made this change. So this is done. Uh, Average girl. Okay, I'll show you that again in action. Um, okay, we are at average girl. Right now it says directed by Anjali, right? If you go on the CMS, average girl, we copy her name from directed by, just paste it here, delete it from here, we publish, Voila, changed. Okay, this is done. I hope you guys are watching this at 2x or something. It's fucking boring. Current logline correction. Okay, I'm just copy pasting. I'm barely reading this anymore. Second, come here. Hit and paste it. Paste it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Uh, Neither nor should come first. All right. So we update this, and O believers is in development, and neither nor he wants higher up than that. It goes in order of like ascending order from zero to like a million, right? Zero being the smallest coming first. But you can also go in minus. Suppose you want to cheat something, you added a project and you want it to be higher, so you go minus. So I had created, like when we were working on the website, we had created the CMS in such a way that we had done the projects, like the cinema projects first. So we hadn't like accounted for the documentary, so that's why they're -1, -2. So if you want neither a girl nor a woman to come first, you come here and you make it -2, and you come O believers and you make it -1, and update it. And I think that should fix the problem. So when we come on pages, we come on documentaries. Yeah, fix this one's coming first. This is done as well. Oh, we found it charming. We found it charming that sometimes it's Mrs. Sai, sometimes it's Sai. If you guys want to change it, you guys know where to find all of those things. You guys can change it. We believe art. The full stops in the end sentence. Uh, okay, we just do this one. This is a personal copy take, so I'll let you guys decide this. My perspective would be the full stops do look jarring sometimes because like dot 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 aesthetically from an aesthetic point of view it looks jarring, but the whole website, the grammar of the website, not the grammar of the language, the grammar of the brand and the website has been very how do you say, proper that way. Like sentences have full stops. When we come on the about and we go on the core values, sometimes cards don't have full stops, but the cards over here have full stops. So I would say because that's the sort of zone you guys are going for, I would say full stops make sense. If it's looking too jarring, I'll just quickly show you how it looks without. Maybe, and review it full screen, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'll refresh it. Reload to full screen. Yeah. This is without the full stops. I prefer it with, but feel free to. Aesthetically, I prefer without, but from a brand sort of grammar standpoint, I prefer with. Either or is fine. Okay, this section I had left. I'll come back to this. Right. When we're talking about this, I'll show you what happened. So in about, when you hit play, full screen, wait, I'll show you how it was originally. That'll be better. This is how it looked originally. Okay. When you came on the about page, so you navigated from home to about, and then you don't know that you need to scroll down. This bottom line here in websites is called the fold. This is the fold. I think it's a newspaper term where like the newspaper used to come folded. So things below the fold are usually missed. So that's a good thing to spot. Sometimes this works when you have this thing as like a whole sort of section. But yeah, some people don't realize that you have to scroll. It's a good catch, and here's what we've done to fix it. Actually, before I tell you what we've done to fix it, I'll just quickly explain how some sections work. If you see this section, it's not constrained by the fitting of the blobs in the middle, of the circles in the middle, right? Just a second, need water. This section is not constrained by the size of this, whereas most sections are. Like for example, this section is only as big as like all these elements within it. Same with this section. If you can see, this section has a border, but the border only expands to this much. This section, on the other hand, has a border called 100 VH. I'll show you where that is. Section minimum height, min height is 100 VH. VH means viewport. Okay, so I'll show you something. When this section loads, suppose you have a tinier screen, like this much. It's always going to take 100% of the viewport. This is your browser. It's always going to take 100% of your viewport at the minimum. Suppose it's a bigger section, then it's going to be as big as it can be, but the minimum it can be is going to be 100% of the VH, of the viewport. If you see the home section, it has 100% of the viewport. So if you click here, it takes up the whole viewport, right? And then this comes, and then this comes below it. Sorry about that. If you see the home section as well, it's also taking 100% of the viewport. Right. So even if your screen is smaller, it takes 100%. And obviously sizing the thing dynamically. So even on smaller screens, on mobile, it's always taking 100% of how big suppose you have like a phone which is like very like long. This is how it's going to look. So this is what we had done for the about page. We had made it 100% of the viewport, which when this kind of plays, you forget that you can scroll and you can see other stuff. So what we did to fix this was we went here and we made the minimum 80 VH. So I'll hit publish. Now when you see it, this thing loads and then this thing loads. So this thing is called below the fold and it's just a tease. It's like a continuation below the fold. When you see this, you know there's something else here and then you can scroll. So suppose your screen is smaller than mine. Suppose your screen is like this. Refresh. First this is going to load and then this part is going to load here. So this is too small, I think. Must be this big at least. Yeah. So on this kind of screen, 80% is around this much and then this loads as well. So you know there's something else too. This continuation below the fold. It's called a tease below the fold. So that's how we fix that. And yeah. So these changes are done. I'll quickly show you how to change images. We will go from the home page. This is the video. We don't have to change that. These images, you can't click and change it on the canvas because they're all linked to images which we've kept outside here. So this ticker has these 8 elements. I think it says 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is removed. Okay. Is it? Okay, maybe we were told to not put this. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But in any case, so if you want to change one of these images, which is linked to like a ticker component, you just come on the image. You come here, image here, and you choose image, and then your like Finder is going to open, and then you navigate to wherever, and you get it that way. So this is how you change these images. Same with these images because this is linked to this. But what about an image which you can change on the canvas? So, for example, this Anjali's image here for the founder. If you click here, this one is just directly linked here because it's not linked to an element out here. So here you come and you can just quickly change it like this. Click here, choose image, and then you can change where the focal point is. So this is done. About same thing, click here, click on image, add your alt text, change the image, done. This is done. Okay, work. This one is move page. This is a CMS image. So for this, you have to come on the CMS. You have to come within the individual item. You have to come and click on wherever you want to change the image, and that's how you change the image there. And you can add images to the ticker here. So this is done. Again, individual pages are all CMS based, so you can't change the image there. Cinema page is same, documentary, branded page. This is again a ticker. So if you want to change these images, change them here. If you want to change the order in which these things come on the ticker, you come on slideshow, contents, and you can move things around. Like this is the still one, which is the first. If I change it, this is the first one. Change it back. This is how it is. Team, again, it's CMS based. You come here, click here. You can change images from here. This doesn't have any images that way. Press, again, is CMS based. So you come here. And this is the image you put, and that's about it. Connect, I think has one image, just like a stock image. I don't think so. This is required. This is, yeah. So come here, image change, simple. 404 page. There's my image here. Backup, I think you don't have to. Just these are like older pages and work in progress, which you can skip. Okay. Let's go back to home. We've made all these changes for now. I will quickly show you how to buy the plan. You come publish update. Okay, so we are all good. And settings. Is this where it is? Yeah, okay, sorry. Top right here, settings. You come on plans. And you don't have to buy a business plan. Absolutely not required. You come here. You come to, yeah, pro yearly, because we have 10 CMS items. We have more actually. We might be able to get away with this, but very highly recommend just going for the pro. You click on subscribe, and I think it's going to open a Stripe thingy. You can purchase it as a business. So you can put your GST, it's going to take it lower, your details. Let me just see something. Do not add an editor. What? Why is that? Partner 25 Pro yearly. Okay, yeah, that's it. Hell. Yeah, this is the code you guys have to apply. I will text it to you all. Just fucking PART NER 25 PRO yearly. So partner pro yearly, partner 25 pro yearly. That gets you 25% off. And yeah, that's how you purchase the plan. We go back to the website. Domains, you get a free custom domain, so we'll just make it Anahat Films. Okay, so like right now, without purchasing the plan, you can like check out the website at anahatfilms.framer.media. That's where like your website is. And when you do buy the plan, you guys can come here and like you guys can add like a proper domain to the website. So that's going to be sorted as well. That's about it. In case you guys want to add sections, it would be easier for you all. I mentioned this yesterday on call as well. Suppose you want to add a section and it's very similar to this section. So you say, hey, this team section here on the home page, we would like a section similar to this on the about page, for example. So just tell us that. It'll be easier for me. I can show you how to do it, but I can just like copy paste it from here And suppose you guys have given me the copy. I come to the about one, I come to the desktop, I come to main, I paste it, and that's how, like, it's already there. And then I can make the edits. And suppose you say, hey, instead of the image on the right, I want the text on the right, and then I can change that around, and I can change this here. Change this image, change this call to action, change the headline, change the body copy, and then this section is essentially done and added here. It's going to take me like 5 minutes. So it's easier for you guys to just tell me how to, like, tell me you want this specifically, take this part and put it here. It'll be easier. In case of text, suppose you want to add more text, just click in and add more text. Suppose you want to add like a headline here, click on this, duplicate it. So you're just clicking on the layer, and Command D is to duplicate. I think Control on Windows. Select this. I'll just quickly tell you what text size we've used. For text, we've used small, regular, headline 3 for headlines. And for body copy, we've used large, regular, paragraph. L is large, R is regular, paragraph. So for example, if you wanted to make this a headline, right, headline, and headlines are center aligned in our case. So we take center align, and headline color is purple 12. Okay, so you click here, make the color purple 12, and the headline font was small, regular, headline 3. So you come styles, you come to regular, headlines, and then find small, this one. And that's how you added like a headline to this unit. As simple as that. I think this should about cover it for like the most basic changes you guys need to make and like help you get started. After you guys pay for the plan, just let us know, because we'll have to come here and we'll have to connect the domain, which is like kind of annoying, because like the domain is with Squarespace, and Squarespace kind of wants you to use Squarespace websites instead of like on different platforms. So it's going to take us a bit, but I think this is good enough. And let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, no, either it's green or blue. Yeah, I think that should kind of do it. This was a lot of fun. Reach out, just call directly if there's anything which needs changing. Usually just give us like a little bit of time to like, jump from one project to another. So if that's possible, if it's not very pressing, just say, hey, these are the changes which you need to make, and we can help with the smaller ones which you guys can't figure out. And we can always come on calls and like maybe do like a TeamViewer thing where we just do the changes and you guys see it and it happens. Yeah, that's about it. And it's live. And you guys can add projects. When you add a project, just follow along here. So whenever you guys have a new project in development, just fill this in, call it in development, save draft, publish, and it should add it automatically in the right places. That's the beauty of CMS. And yeah, I'm rambling. I think it's been 1.5 hours of this. Good luck watching this, and I hope you guys had fun, and I hope this was educational. And yeah, see you guys.